Hi, this is Kristen, or VSG Heart on My Sleeve. This is a video response to Frankie's I think it's FrankiesWLS or Frankie's Weight Loss Surgery channel. He had posted a video asking for comments or responses about the surgery experience or the anesthetic. I think he's kind of nervous about going through the surgery and going under, which we all are, let's face it. I mean, maybe not everyone, but I would guess 90% of us have a major fear of that. So, Frankie, this is for you. I will say I definitely was afraid of being put under. I was afraid I wouldn't wake up. I was afraid I'd wake up in terrible pain. I wasn't really afraid of the surgery because I knew my surgeon had done close to like 5,000 of them, and he's the best, arguably, if not one of the best in the country. So I guess my first bit of advice would be to be comfortable. Make sure your surgeon, which I'm sure you have, make sure your surgeon is experienced, is knowledgeable, and if he is and he's done, or she, I should say, how sexist, if he or she is and has done many of these, then, you know, when you start to feel that fear creep in, what I did is say, okay, 4,000 some number of other people have had this surgery done by this surgeon, and he's had 0 fatalities. 0. So what are the chances? You know, I mean, of something going terribly wrong? Not very likely. And specifically, talk to your surgeon about that. Ask him how often he has complications or, you know, major problems. My guess is never, or very, very, very rarely. As far as going under anesthesia, again, sort of put it in perspective. People have surgery every single day. Hold on one second. I'm sorry, guys. My son is banging on the door. Anyway, so as far as anesthesia, remind yourself of that too. When you feel that fear creeping in, you know, what I did is just kind of like push it out of your mind. Remind yourself, people have surgeries where they go under general anesthesia multiple times a day in every hospital in every state across this country, not to mention internationally, and the chances of having a problem with anesthesia are not very high. You know, the other thing I would really recommend for me was when I had those fears, like talking about it, thinking about it, watching YouTube videos, what you've done, putting yourself out there to the community saying, help me, I'm struggling with this, processing it. You know, by the time I had my surgery date, I wasn't really afraid of it anymore. I was at the point where I was like, let's just get it over with. I'm tired of thinking about it, talking about it, worrying about it, whatever. I just wanted it to be done. And I literally, I mean, I was a little bit nervous on surgery day, but not really. I mean, I just kind of wanted to get through the process, jump through the hoops, and get it over with. And I think you will get there as well as you go through this process. Another thing, going to support groups. If your surgeon has a support group, go. I went to 2 meetings before my surgery, and it really helped to talk to people who had the same surgeon I did, to see what their experience was, to hear them say, you know, this was bad, this was good, this wasn't even an issue and I was worried about it, you know, and you see these people face to face who have been through it, and you know, it kind of helps convince you that you're going to get through it too. As far as how the surgery day went for me specifically, I came in, I was the first surgery of the day. I had to be there at 5:30 and my surgery was at 7:30. They took me back within like 10 minutes of being in the waiting room. They had me go to the bathroom, change into a gown, they weighed me. Then they put me in sort of like a little private pre-op room. Once I was comfortable, they gave me like warm blankets. They started my IV line. They took my blood pressure, my temperature, you know, the basic vitals. And then they let my mom come back. So whoever's with you probably would come back at that point while you're waiting. Then the surgeon will come in and see you, the anesthesiologist, as well as, for me, I think there was a surgical nurse and like a scrub tech that came back, so I had 4 different people come in. They were all very warm, friendly, reassuring. You know, at that point, you're kind of nervous, but you're also sort of like, let's just get it over with, because you're sitting there waiting. You haven't had any food and water. You know, the pre-op nurse kind of talked to me, calmed me down, kept me active. They left the TV on in there to distract me. My mom was talking to me. And honestly, I think they probably took me back at like 7:15 or something. But that hour and 45 minutes or whatever it was flew by. I mean, it was over before I knew it. When the first thing she gave me was, I guess, in layman's term, a relaxer. She injected it into my IV line, and I got like a funny taste in my mouth. I don't really remember what it tasted like. I want to say like garlic or something, but it was kind of, or a chemically just weird taste. And I honestly didn't like feel a difference. It must have worked because I wasn't really that nervous. But I wasn't like aware of a major difference from that drug. Then they told my mom she needed to leave. My mom hugged me and kissed me goodbye, and they came to get me. They gave me a nausea patch because they asked if I got motion sick, and I said yes, even though it's only happened like twice maybe in my entire life, but I just figured better safe than sorry. So I said yes. I let them give me the nausea patch. And then when they wheeled me away, I kind of, you know, at first I was like, oh, here we go. But I just closed my eyes and let them like wheel me where I needed to be. And then they had me scoot over to the operating table. I remember looking up and seeing like the big surgical lights. I don't remember looking at anyone's face or anyone really talking to me. I remember them putting the like mask on my face and just saying, okay, breathe deep for us, you know, it's gonna go great. And the next thing I know, that was it. That's all I remember. I honestly, looking back, like I'm trying to remember waking up. I don't even really remember waking up. I remember them wheeling me to my room vaguely, only because I remember it feeling like, how long are we going to be doing this, like, you know, rolling bed through the halls and up the elevator and all the stuff to my room. But that's all I have like a very vague memory of it. One thing to know is I'm sure they will give you this drug as well. Not only do they give you the relaxer, but they sort of give you like an amnesiac. So you have no memory of the experience if they give you that drug. And then I had no pain. I mean, when I was in my room, I already had the morphine pump and they had already given me morphine. So I did not wake up in pain. If I did, I don't remember it. So, and then the funny thing is, like, my mom was there that whole day, then my husband came that night. I vaguely remember my mom being there, but not really. I really don't have any memory of that first night. Like, I recorded a video, if you go back and watch my videos of first day post-op or whatever. I don't even remember taking that video. And I like show my husband in the video, like, here he is on the couch. I don't even remember him being there. I remember my mom coming back late that night to bring me a pillow from home that I had forgotten. But other than that, I have no memory of pain or had no problems with the anesthesia. They give you anti-nausea medication so that you're not really sick. I think I did throw up like once or twice the first night, but nothing major, like just water maybe. But it goes so fast and you've got all these drugs in your system and you will be fine. Like I said, just talk about it to people on YouTube, in support groups, to your surgeon, to your nutrition, anybody who you can talk to about it, process it, think about it, talk to your family. You know, and the closer you get, the more you're going to be like, let's just get this done. So I hope this helped you. I'm sorry I've rambled on for like 10 minutes now. But that was my experience, and I'm sure you will be fine. So anyway, hopefully this helped.